Sony's new DualSense controller for PlayStation 5 has a number of key differences from PlayStation 4 DualShock 4. Here's how PlayStation 5 controller compares. Sony has finally revealed the controller for its PlayStation 5 console called DualSense. The PS5 controller makes a number of significant changes to traditional PlayStation DualShock controller design, adding several improvements over the PS4 controller's hardware. PS5 controller larger two-tone design. The most obvious difference between the PS5 DualSense and the PS4 DualShock 4 is the shell. PlayStation controllers have traditionally been mono-colored, usually black, so the DualSense two-tone style is a departure on Sony's part. The buttons also lose their usually color coding, giving the controllers a sleeker look. That sleekness is accentuated by the more ergonomic design. The DualSense has a more rounded overall profile than the DualShock 4, and it generally looks a lot like the Xbox One controller. The DualSense light bar has also moved from its place on the DualShock 4, sitting on either side of the touchpad rather than the top of the controller. PS5 controller built-in mic and create button. Unlike the DualShock 4, the DualSense features a built-in microphone. Sony said this will enable players to have quick chat with friends, though it's still recommended using a headset for longer play session. Additionally, the DualSense replaced the DualShock 4 share button with a new create button. The company will provide further detail about the create button closer to PlayStation 5 launch, but Sony description seems to indicate it will function similarly to the share button. PS5 controller, battery life, adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. The controller's thicker design is in part due to the bulkier third inside. The PS5 controller features adaptive triggers, which can provide varying levels of resistance depending on the in-game action. For example, if a player is pulling the trigger down to draw a bow, it might require more force than pulling the trigger of a gun. The DualSense also features haptic feedback tech, a kind of advanced rumble that supposedly allow player to more vividly feel specific texture, like the sensation of driving car through mud. While Sony did not say how long the controller is rechargeable by USB-C rather than PS4 micro USB battery life would be, it noted that it took thoughtful consideration into ways of maintaining a strong battery life. According to digital trends, the DualShock 4 battery lasts around 4 to 8 hours per charge. Sony statement seems to indicate it's targeting a similar window for DualSense, but the added features could drain its battery more quickly. Sony said it has lessened the weight as much as possible, while still keeping all the new features and strong battery life.